So I went to MystiCon 2018 just the other day, and I ran across Rod Belcher, infamous author and steampunk personality. Or maybe it's steampunk author and infamous personality. Not sure which. But here's what happened when I got him in a dark corner. Enjoy.
Talk the tavern. Here you're always welcome.
Hello.
Hey. Okay, we're here with Rod Belcher, author of, give me a list.
Oh my God, let's see.
Everything awesome.
There you go.
Thank you. The Golgotha series, which is Six Gun Tarot, Shotgun Arcana, and Queen of Swords. And I'm working on number 4 right now.
Good series, by the way.
And thank you. And I've got a couple of urban fantasy series. Brotherhood of the Wheel, which is kind of urban fantasy.
I haven't read that one yet.
Southern fried urban fantasy. Truckers and bikers and monsters on the highway kind of stuff. And then the Nightwise series, which the second book in Nightwise comes out in April, and that is called The Night Dahlia, and it's basically occult detective fiction, a little more, try to be a little more NC-17 than most urban fantasy stuff.
Shall we get to the questions?
Please, I'm excited to hear them. I think.
Here's 27 thoughts with Rod Belcher. So name 3 of your vices.
Oh my God, just 3? Wow.
Let's keep the list short.
Okay. Well, I enjoy a good drink every once in a while. I don't get I have a kid that I'm kind of on duty to watch. So like Thursday.
Was that the one I just met?
That was my son John. He is 21 and
You've got a different kid.
I have a
Okay.
16-year-old daughter as well.
Gotcha.
And so like Thursday night, I didn't have to take care of anybody. I didn't have to like be anybody's keeper. So I had a wonderful time at the bar. So I enjoy a good drink. I enjoy a good cigar. And I enjoy a lot of bad food.
Nice. It's not bad for you?
Yeah,
as
so-
long as it's in moderation, you're okay.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite music to write to?
Oh my gosh. I am all over the map. I enjoy I put a lot of music in my books, especially the urban fantasy stuff. I list a lot of music in there, but if I'm trying to listen to something and focus, I either listen to classical music or I listen to like trance or house music or something like that. Both of those, surprisingly, they both have the kind of the same effect. They sort of focus me a little bit, and it's motivating without being distracting.
Absolutely. Okay, so what would you name your autobiography?
Phyllis, what would I name my autobiography?
Whoa.
See, I know.
Let me think. That's gotta.
I'm with the band? No. Let's see. God, actually, someone mentioned something the other day that I said that could be the name of my autobiography, and I can't remember.
Yeah,
what
it was me
now.
in the bar.
Oh, what was it?
That's why he's asking you.
What did I say? It must have been. I mean, it was brilliant. Whatever it
Had
was.
to do with the dark corner.
Oh. 10 minutes in a dark corner. There we go. Yes. Thank you.
Sounds like a good start for curing a hangover.
Yes. Our starting one or the other.
Multifunctional.
That too. I mean, up on the 5th floor last night. I'm on points for managing to not fall down the stairs getting back down here.
So what's the most exotic place you've visited?
Wow. Let's see.
Hold on, we've got a comment. What?
Prequel to a hangover.
Most exotic place in the world you have
I've ever
visited.
I am kind of a homebody. I haven't traveled a lot, but I got to go out to LA for WonderCon a couple years ago,
Okay.
thanks to my publisher Tor, and because God knows I couldn't have gotten out there on my own.
Right.
But I got to travel over a desert. It's the first time I've ever flown over a desert, and I've wanted to see a desert my whole life, and it was beautiful. And it was just getting dark, and so you could see the desert, and then it got dark, and it'd be like this just vast, empty like space, and then you see one little light in the middle of it. It's like somebody has a house out in the middle of nowhere.
I know people like that.
Yeah, and I mean, I really loved it. And LA was amazing. I don't think I could live in LA,
No.
but it was nice to visit. So yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite of the 7 dwarfs?
I have a certain affection for Dopey. I do.
Got the same haircut.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, I could put on a little hat and I could cosplay Dopey. I'm pretty sure.
Favorite reindeer?
I'm gonna have to say Blitzen because I know there's something going on there. I think Blitzen listens to Rammstein a lot. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe he was
And,
Noir.
Yeah. Blitzen has some things going on. He's got some dark things. In
Good
his
reason to it. You thought this through.
Oh, thanks.
So what,
This is what writers do.
now, here's a setup question from that night in the bar that I mentioned. So what's your opinion on the Gettysburg Address?
I don't know where that is. I actually remember vaguely saying that.
So what's your favorite comfort food?
Oh, all of them.
All of them?
Let's see. I like. I used to have like this magic hangover cure, which was extra spicy Bojangles chicken.
Oh, nice.
And an ice cold cherry Coke. It was magic. It was absolutely magic. I'd either die or get better. One or the other.
Nice. That's a different comfort food. So what's your worst pickup line you've ever used?
Hi.
So what's your best pickup line you've ever used?
Hi. I'm really not
Look at the
a
creative writer go to work here.
pickup guy kind of guy. I don't really have a lot of.
Pickupness.
Usually, I have to have someone club me over the head to even get that. So.
I relate. So, Puff's Dragon? Puff the Magic Dragon or Pete's Dragon?
Oh. I'm gonna say Puff. Pete's Dragon. I remember seeing it at a drive-in when I was a kid, and for some reason it didn't move me.
Didn't click? Okay.
But Puff,
So what's 3 things off your bucket list?
Oh, Jesus. These keep getting harder. Let's see.
That's what you said.
Fighting. I would really love to go to Ireland and visit. I really want to go out into the desert. I would love to do that, and I'm hoping to get a chance to do that at some point. And I really, I kind of can't do this one now, but I really wish I got a chance to see David Bowie. I had an opportunity back in the '80s to see him, and I passed it up because it's David Bowie. I can see him some other time.
Sure.
And never got to.
Life happens.
Yes, exactly. Let that be a lesson to you, kids.
Was that 3? Did we get 3?
I'll call it. Yeah, sure. That sounds like 3.
So, which member of the Scooby-Doo gang are you?
I can tell you which one I think is the most,
We could go
attractive.
with it. Yeah, sure.
But
That's next
which one am
question.
I? Wow. I think I'm probably like Velma a little bit, who I also think is really hot.
That was
by
my
the
next
way.
question.
Yeah,
Which
Velma.
one would you date?
Oh, Velma, absolutely.
Yeah.
Velma.
I'm waiting for the person that says Scooby. So,
I thought about it. I actually thought about it.
what question are you tired of people asking you as a writer?
Where do you get your ideas? And I don't mind answering it. Anybody who like wastes the time. Anybody who basically takes the time to to talk to me about anything related to what I do for a living, and they actually seem to be
Genuinely interested.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's just I'm very thankful for what I get to do.
Absolutely.
So I'll take any question, but I really, and that's a tough one. I got to talk to some high school kids a few months ago for like a career day thing, and that was one of the questions I got several times in several different groups was how do you get your ideas, and it's like how does the sun come up in the morning? I don't know. It just it's something kind of I don't know. It's something miraculous.
So what question does nobody ask that you'd like somebody to ask you?
I think, and maybe it's not so much a question as it's sort of an attitude. I think a lot of people think that writing is easy and that it is amazingly lucrative. and that's...
I didn't mean to laugh so quickly.
No, but it's true. I mean,
yeah.
You have a ton of people out there writing who are also holding down a day job, and they're struggling to do what they love and also pay the bills. And I've been very fortunate, and sometimes it's been a rough thing to do, but I've been lucky enough to spend the last few years doing this full time, and they've kept me busy, which is good. But there are times when I'm like, oh boy, I wish I had a paycheck every 2 weeks. That would be great.
Yeah.
But I really do. I do think that people don't realize that writing is a lot more difficult than they might suspect it is.
So, cooking
I
or
do.
delivery?
I like to cook. My kids had to suffer through a lot of awful meals while I learned to cook. But
Now that they're grown, he cooks great.
yeah, pretty much. It took a while, but I can throw together a pretty mean Thanksgiving dinner. Thank you. But I enjoy cooking. But there are a lot of times when I just want to go So I just want the pizza or the Chinese food and just open it and eat it.
So when you're not cooking, do you prefer delivery or going out?
I have gotten more hermity the more I have written. So actually, I think I prefer if I'm going out with my kids or family or close friends. I actually going out and having a meal out in public is almost it's a real pleasure because it's got kind of a communal sort of thing, fellowship kind of thing. But if it's just I need to put some food in my mouth, then I usually stay at home.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, now who in your life a mundane inspiration or influence, like a teacher, as opposed to a superstar?
Oh wow, that's actually a really cool question. I've had several of my old high school teachers show up at my book signings, and one of my English teachers, Sherry Burton, wept. She actually wept. She was so, and I saw Miss Hoffman, who was also one of my teachers, who used to scoff at all the crap I would read. I would be reading all this science fiction. I'd be reading like pulp paperbacks, and she'd be like, "Ugh, why are you reading that trash?" And I'm like, "Hey, Miss Hoffman, want me to sign that book?" But I loved her. I mean, I had some really great teachers. Mr. Cromer, James Cromer, he was Spike Harrison, who I think was the guy who was the closest high school teacher I ever had to teaching Socratic thought, which was pretty awesome. And Mr. Cromer was kind of like that too. I had some great teachers who really helped me along and encouraged me a lot.
Very nice. It's what's your favorite pet ever in your life?
The dog we have right now. We have a hound that we got from Angels of Assisi. Her name is Marcy, and she is a little diva, and she is the smartest dog I think I've ever seen. And she's our little princess. So.
Nice. Okay. Name an animal that makes you go, aww.
All of them. Oh wait! I'm really not a snake guy.
Okay.
But other than that, I love dogs, I love cats. I love all these little cute critters you see on Facebook. How many of them I want to have as pets? I don't think too many of them actually. But
I'd take an otter.
Oh, or a ferret. Actually, friend of mine's daughter just got a ferret not too long ago, and he looks adorable. So.
Sorry. That's okay. I had to readjust my grip.
We're falling! Oh, the hotel's falling apart. We're under attack.
I'm learning about selfie sticks. Okay, so what else we got here? Favorite TV show to binge watch?
Oh, I just finished up Mindhunters on Netflix, and I loved Mindhunters.
I'll have to check it out.
If you, I'm kind of a serial killer groupie. I write about serial killers a lot. They keep popping up in my book, and I've been sort of fascinated.
Have you watched the new season of American Horror Story Hotel?
I am very much behind. I watched the first couple of seasons, and I tried to start watching Cult, and they kept jumping it around on the schedule. I tend to watch a lot of stuff now that's either DVR'd or
Netflix has Hotel.
Okay, cool.
It relates to serial killers.
I heard that was a really good one. It's the fellow from the World's Fair, I believe, that built the hotel to specifically trap people and
Murder Hotel.
Murder Hotel, yeah.
Okay, so who have you fanboyed over?
God, who haven't I fanboyed over? I got a really good review on Goodreads from Felicia Day.
Really?
Yeah, she read Six Gun Tarot and said really nice things about it, which Tor jumped on. It leapt on that like a leopard,
right. Well,
and
sensible.
started putting it up on, I guess, quotes on my books. I really fanboy over Grant Morrison. He's a chaos magician, writer. I was introduced to him through comic books, but he does all kinds of amazing stuff. Matter of fact, Grant Morrison is the guy behind the show Happy.
Ah.
That was one of his, I think it was his graphic novels. And if you haven't seen Happy, by the way,
I haven't.
It is it is weird and twisted and awesome. It's on Sci-Fi Channel.
Very good.
But Grant Morrison's the guy behind that. Hey, how's it
Hey,
going?
what's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
Hanging in there. We're just recovering.
Well, it's hydrate. Very important.
What's your favorite holiday?
I think it's a toss-up between Halloween and Thanksgiving. Halloween, because it's just the whole world goes insane for a day, or usually the month leading up to the day, which is kind of awesome. And Thanksgiving is because we try to get as many of our family and friends together and just have a good time together. And that means the older you get, the more that means to you. It's just being able to get the people you love together.
Right.
So I'd have to say that.
Okay, so you consider yourself a geek or a nerd?
I am more a geek than a nerd, if I remember. If I have my terminology correct.
It's changed, so just you define you.
I'm going to say geek.
Okay.
I think geek.
So what's your geekdom?
Old school stuff. I used to tape record the episodes back when there were like 3 channels. I would tape record the original series that was in syndication at that point. This is like the 70s. With a cassette tape recorder, so I could listen to the episodes later.
It's not a bad way to go.
And I really enjoyed the reboot of Battlestar Galactica, Doctor Who. Sherlock is awesome. Hannibal. Really love Hannibal, which I'm kind of a little mad at Brian Fuller because he creates these really great engaging shows like Pushing Daisies and stuff like that, Hannibal, and then he ditches them and goes on to something else.
Yeah, well, at least Joss Whedon put somebody else in the chair so it can continue.
Exactly.
Okay, last question. So what's your end game? When it's all said and done, where do you want to be? What do you want to have done?
Never grow up.
That's right, never grow up.
Never surrender. When I courted my agent, I was told by many people there are 2 kinds of agents you can get. You can get the kind of the high power corporate agent who will do a lot for you, but the minute you don't perform it, basically they stop taking your calls. Or you can get a smaller agent that is really dedicated to you and you know, more like a family.
Right.
I got really lucky because I'm with a really good agency, with a very, very reputable agency, Night Agency. And when I was talking to Lucy Ann Diver, who's my agent, we had a lot of phone calls and emails back and forth when we were kind of courting. And I told her, I said, look, I'm not interested in. I said, look, if I make $1 bazillion on a book, I'm going to be very happy about that. I'm not going to throw the money away or something. But I want to write for a living because I love it, and I need to take care of my kids and my family. So that's really, I mean, it may sound like a really pathetic end game, but I love what I do.
Here's the bottom line: happiness over possession.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's really true. I mean, my end game is I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I want to keep getting better at it. I want to try to. I want to try really hard to. I just got out of a writer's workshop that I got to help host, and I enjoy doing stuff like that because you don't realize how much you pick up on along the way, and you end up with a little more knowledge that you can pass along to someone than you actually thought you had to pass along. So
and Rod is very approachable if you ever see him at a convention or whatever, on the street or going into the men's room.
Yeah, anywhere.
He's a talker at the
I'll just talk your damn ear off and
and wash his hands afterwards.
Absolutely.
So
That could be the title of my biography too.
I talk in the bathroom.
I talk in the bathroom. Yes.
You have to say I talk in the men's room.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, because that's the rules. We don't.
Yeah. No, that's right. That's a secret code.
It's true. I break the code. Wow. Frankly. Anyhow, look below in the links here for the description for links to Rod Belcher, and come follow him. Follow him on the convention circuit and whatnot, and check out his books if you haven't. And
Thank you.
And I'll see you again soon. Hold on, let me press the button. Oh, wobbly camera. Shaky.
Oh no!
I want to thank you for joining me for the interview. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them below. And also subscribe to the channel so that helps support me so I can bring you more great interviews like this. Also, make sure you join me live every Monday night at 8 p.m. on twitch.tv/talkofthetavern for more shenanigans. Thank you.